He's set. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Down and away, ball one. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Aaron Altair will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. And he falls behind now. 2-0. Berkloff is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult to hit, and it's a rarer thing still to see multiple hits against him.
Yeah, Matty V, and you wonder why it's so hard to score off of this guy. He's nearly impossible to get 3 or 4 hits in an inning to score a run. He keeps his walks per 9 innings is really down, and you look at his hits per 9 innings pitch, it's no wonder why this guy's one of the top relievers in the game right now.
Here it is, the 3-0. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. The 3-1. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Bounce back. J.P. Crawford will come on now to replace him as he's into pinch run following the injury. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. They'll be looking for something that could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit sharply but foul down the right side.
A great swing right there. I know the ball foul, but he absolutely laced that pitch right there. He's just got to stay back a little bit longer.
Here comes the 0-1. On, he pops it up. Coming in is Brinson, but this will land untouched. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Now to the plate, Nick Williams, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
0-1, here's the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Dietrich is after it. He grabs it, but the tying run is going to try for third. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning. So a big moment in the ball game here. Cesar Hernandez. And the game is on the line. The tying and winning runs on base with 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Swing, and he pulls the fastball high in the air toward deep right center. And he will make the catch here to end things. And the Marlins have put an end to their 4-game slide as this ball game is over.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them like professionals.
Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank. Nick Pivetta, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, talk about tough luck. Took the loss in his last start, but it was a complete game effort. He threw the ball really well. We'll see if he can go deep into this one as well.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Hamilton is retired, and there's 1 away. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard. But that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Joey Votto is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Back to the mound, and this is off the second base bag. And they're going to get it out on the play, and that'll be a bizarre ending to the inning, to say the least. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Austin Bryce will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in losers of 7 of their last 10 games, but did earn the victory last time out.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first down. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, keep an eye on El Torito, Odubel Herrera, as this game moves along. He's doing some really special things at home. He's hitting over 350 in games at home, so he's a guy you'd want to watch. Pretty good odds he'll have another big game here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. One out, nobody on. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hamilton is under it. 2 gone.
Batting third, second baseman, Cesar.
Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needed one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1. Line hard to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that hit extends the inning for Carlos Santana.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Stepping into the box, Eugenio Suarez. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone. So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford. This guy, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the game, but he has unbelievable range, a strong arm, and very, very quick hands. And he is just the start of the new wave of the next line of great shortstops.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Right fielder, Scott Schebler.
And that brings up Scott Schebler. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. A ball and no strikes. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Down the first baseline. Santana's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Reds are down in order. They still trail 1-0. Into the box now, Michael Franco.
Leading off for the Phillies, third baseman.
From the stretch.
Franco.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Joey Votto. I don't think this guy gets enough credit for his defense because he's so dynamic on the offensive side, but one of the most prepared players in our sport, and half of that is definitely attributed to the defensive side of the ball.
First pitch of the at-bat. Nope. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting 8th, the shortstop.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He's set, and the pitch. Popped him up. Peraza is there, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. Digging in, Tucker Barnhart. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Hard hit towards center. And the Reds have their first hit of the game. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put Goodwood on.
In now, Austin Bryce. Snap throw behind the runner at second, but he gets dirty and gets back to the bag. Barnhart leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Again down to second, but he dives back safely. On a line, that's a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Hamilton stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. He was taken in the 2nd round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jersey.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Billy Hamilton goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Snap throw from the catcher. The 0-1 delivery. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And would you believe the tying run comes in to score on a wild pitch? Man, oh man. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Nick Pivetta, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Chopped weakly to the left. Peraza gonna have to hurry. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. High in the air into shallow left center. Peraza over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting. Right.
Up next will be Nick Williams. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Shoots this one over to first. On to the bag with it himself is Votto, and the inning is. Stepping in, Joey Votto. We begin the top of the 4th. This one's down to third. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. So here's the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. First time up, he went down looking. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. And he misses with it. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you can spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings. But now all of a sudden, they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
Into the box, Scott Schebler, as he rips it on the ground to second. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with trying to pick things up where we left off. Cesar Hernandez. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Popped him up. But this will land untouched.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Swinging a soft liner. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder up, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
First pitch on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Schebler has it in his tracks. 1 out. So now Carlos Santana comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
Now the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So striding in, Maikel Franco. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Locks him up for strike 3. 1 left for Philadelphia. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Ready now, Adam Duvall. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Little dribbler down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball. 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. And that's the first out of the inning. Now in the box, Tucker Barnhart. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south, just with launch angles and exit.
And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. That misses. 1-2. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone!
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. So 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Again down to second.
Count 0-2.
Bryce stands at first with 1 out. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. Line hard to the left side. Well, he's waiting on the breaking ball there and sends it to deep right field. And that one is gone.
Yeah, he was having zero luck early in the game, striking out twice in 2 at-bats. But it only takes one swing to get back in a groove. That was definitely it.
And this will kick off the third base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
So a runner on first with 1 out now. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Ready with the 0-1. Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well. Well, that stolen base a minute ago just became that much more important.
Yeah, man, if the runner's on first, this hit may or may not bring him home, but he was on second, so he cruises across the plate for the run. It's all about finding ways to manufacture runs, and they did just that there.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Throw to first. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Throw down to second, but he's back in safely. Again to first. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. A ball and 2 strikes now.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Efrain Ramos will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 61, Efrain Ramos.
Popped him up. Franco in foul ground, but this will land untouched. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Line drive to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Suarez ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He comes across to score, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Hey, guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Gennett, base runner at first with 1 out. Snap throw from the catcher, and he saw it coming that time, back in standing. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. At the plate, Adam Duvall. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Hit to 3rd. Franco has it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. Home half of the Coming to the plate now, Jorge Alfaro. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Swing and a ball popped high in the air and heading for foul territory behind first. There to take it is Votto, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Standing in, J.P. Crawford. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First delivery to him on the way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Pulled toward right center field. Schebler has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Eduardo Ramos.
Tommy Joseph will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 19, Tommy Joseph.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So Odubel Herrera will get a chance to bat following the 2-out base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
The 1-2. He pulls this one into right, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1. They're down 7-1. Hector Neris gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Striding into the box, Tucker Barnhart. His career numbers against Hector Neris, not a big sample size, 0 for 1.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, you said it, D-Ro. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. The second for 1, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
The batter, number 6, center fielder.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Billy Hamilton. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Again down to second. Bryce leads off first with 1 away. On a line, that's a base hit. Digging in, Jose Peraza. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Snap throw behind the runner at second. Not in time. Again to first, but he gets dirty and gets back to the bag. First and second now, 1 man out. 1-2 as he chases the slider. He'll try again. 1-2 down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And now a soft liner here to the right side, but foul. Here's another 1-2. Ground ball to second. This could be two. Reined in to second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, leading off the inning, Nick Williams. And they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow, tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Popped him up. Peraza into shallow left, but he won't get there. It falls in. He'll get it into second, and there's one away.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. It looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch up around the face.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys. And when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Count remains full. This one misses to Santana, and he'll take that free pass down to first.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these ups have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Up next for Philadelphia, Captain.
Now at the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He got under one and popped out his last time up. First pitch on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
J.P. Crawford.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he is safe at the plate as he just sneaks in there in time, and it's now a 7-4 game.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Roy, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in the hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Your attention, please.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Kevin Quackenbush trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Cameron Rupp will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 3 runs already home here. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
A little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Oh, and this deflects right off him. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. That makes it 7-6 now.
Look at him jump all over that first pitch, using aggression to get himself a knock to the right side.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Hit down the line at first. Fielded by Votto, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So the deficit has been cut here as 5 runs have made this a ball game again. 7th inning coming. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Pat Neshek is called upon, and it's not for his usual role, just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Neshek, originally from the Badger State of Wisconsin. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2002 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2. Popped him up. Santana in foul ground. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Another 1-2 delivery. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. 2 out, nobody on. 1-1. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds as they still cling to a 7-6 lead. Jared Hughes gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Cesar Hernandez will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. No balls and 1 strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Line towards center field. Hamilton is there, and he has it for the first out.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. His second home run of the game, as that'll pull him into a tie at 7-7.
The first baseman, number 41, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Oye como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. Home run number 5 on the year as they grab an 8-7 lead in this seesaw game. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Yeah, Dan, this doesn't make sense. It's absolutely freezing outside. The last place you want to be is in a batter's box, and this offensive team is driving balls out of the yard.
This is what's crazy about the game of baseball, D-Row. You would think under these conditions it would be all in favor of the pitchers. That has been anything but the case so far in this one.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Digging in and looking for more, Jorge Alfaro. His career line against Jared Hughes. He's 1 for 2. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Gennett has it. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Ready for another shot now, Scott Scheffler. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Phil Gosselin will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Tough slider down low for a strike. Flying toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Well, this is where the manager makes his money right there. Nice at bat. Now it's a question of whether or not he pinch runs. Dan, as a pitcher, did it make you a little nervous when a guy had jets on the base paths?
Oh, no doubt about it. This is a very difficult spot. You're one hit away from getting right back into this game and tying this game up. You're going to have to really think about putting somebody on first that might be able to score on a ball in a gap.
Now batting.
Jesse Winker will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 33, Jesse Winker.
And that misses, ball one. Gosselin is off at first with 2 away. Just got a piece up the line. Fielded cleanly. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Phillies lead this one 8-7. Phil Gosselin will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Kyle Crockett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Digging in now, J.P. Crawford. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Leading off for the Phillies.
Ready, here's the first offering. On the ground to the right side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Up next for Philadelphia, Edgar Pass.
Aaron Altair come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Aaron Altair.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0. He's running into the corner and slicing foul. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Crockett has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Now a snap throw to first, and he's back easily. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
Now batting.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Singled homer run in his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And he fouls this one off. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This one's flared off to the right side. Schebler on the move. He makes the running play. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Williams. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He's set. Here it comes. Grounded foul off to the right side. The 0-1 on its way. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. That's off to that one. one left for Philadelphia. They hold on to their slim 8-7 lead. Tommy Hunter comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Tommy Hunter.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Billy Hamilton, who went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Hunter, playing here in his age 31 season, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go in the high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, and Santana will watch it into the glove for the first out. Ready now for Cincinnati, Joey Votto. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Look out, there goes Hamilton. In there, now the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Good steal there, and I'll tell you, he is a multi-dimensional player out there. He's got good pop at the plate, and he showed he's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did go deep earlier, and now the stolen base here, so he's really having an impact on this game. Again to third. Hamilton, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box now, Eugenio Suarez. No balls and a strike to count. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
He certainly hasn't.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And he'll make the final out to put an end to this one. And the Phillies have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Man, when you're leading by 6 runs, you can't let that slip away. They were thinking about the celebration in the clubhouse a little too early, and now the other guys are celebrating in that other dugout. This one's going to sting for a long time.
A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. The Phils get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, click over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours, 17 minutes.